G.W. Reynolds Razorback Stadium. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. It's the Missouri Tigers and the Arkansas Razorbacks. We stay this game while Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
Thank you, guys. I have checked in with the Tigers head coach here pregame. He is so excited because this crowd has been one of their best assets all season. They make every game difficult. When a hard opponent comes in, the crowd rises to their best occasion, and he's been telling the students all week, we need you today. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. And the Razorbacks ready to kick it away first. He'll start the return inside his 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. So Missouri's offense will have the football first. The last time these two rivals got together, guys, there were hurt feelings and some dead fish handshakes in the aftermath, and this might be just the recipe to cook up some revenge, Jesse.
Well, they're going to be motivated, that's for sure. The losing team, they have been hearing about that blowout loss now for a very long time. They had this game circled, David, all offseason, hoping to get that payback.
Oh, man, and you get all the quotes, all the people talking about all those blowhards on all the different networks, i.e. us, talking about how bad it was and how...
Finding some room. He'll get a fresh set of downs stopped at the 31-yard line.
You know, with defense, it's this pick or poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there you could tell he takes advantage of it.
Throwing Simmons. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. They'll give it to Hardy. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You've got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And, Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got to run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So for this defense now it's time to show up. You got to bow up now and start doing something about it.
Early in the game as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
And that third down pass had some serious juice, but they couldn't hook up. So Missouri will have to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. So Arkansas's offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. K.J. Jackson, they'll be relying on him to make sure this offense is productive in this one. Inside, it's Smith. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
And a nice job by the offense picking up the blitz, understanding that extra guy was coming, and creating just a little bit of a hole for that running back to slither through and get some positive yards.
Off play action. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly, maybe picked up one on the play.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. The Razorbacks will call on their punt team. Makes the catch and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Snared on the right sideline. And he'll go down, but not before the big pickup and the first down.
And how about the lefty? He's got to buy some time and scrambles outside the pocket to the right and does a really good job of, even though he's running, still stays under control and makes a nice strike to his wide receiver.
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it.
Beck's going for the goal line. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Razorbacks offense set to begin this drive. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Finds his man. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
And the Razorbacks will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Here's the return. Slips through the line. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. Already a solid start to this one, now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'll start this drive on the ground with Hardy. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like, I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches, I'm getting a first down. I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
They go play action with Simmons. Looking left. And they can't make the connection. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning turkey bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-low, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. That's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have...
Makes a grab and room to run. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. And the Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. Running inside. It's Hardy. Really good running. Gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Making side adjustments here. Simmons. Snagged out of the air. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. That's it for the period, and Missouri has the lead as we get a look at the stats. They've swapped ends of the field, and we're ready to go in the second. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Here's Hardy. Touchdown, Missouri! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And he tacks on the extra point.
Missouri 14, Arkansas 0.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Arkansas offense heads onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen.
He smashes his way through again. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. Remember some of the years when the Hogs spent a lot of time in the Wildcat just running it? You don't have to do that with this guy at quarterback.
And it just makes you less predictable, right? You got a running back in there, you know you're not going to throw it very much.
Oh, he's got some space. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a first down.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. They think they can create space here with a run to the right. Nowhere to go. Same song, second verse, as this defense is ready for this guy. Jackson gonna throw it. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Working that left side. Touchdown, Razorbacks! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Some much-needed life from this offense as they tried to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. If you're down, you got to make plays. You got to get your team back in it. Great start. Keep chipping away.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they finished the deal with a 26-yard touchdown pass. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Missouri's offense heads out ready to go. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it's going to be hard to stop.
Here's Simmons to throw. Connection to the right. Lots of room to run. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
And here comes money down for this offense. 3rd down execution is a premium. You work on it all week ad nauseum for these moments when you can execute when the field starts to shrink.
They'll try to run it in with Hardy. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down. They'll send out the kicker here. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Nestled just inside that right upright. And now the lead is even bigger.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Tight end finds a soft spot. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position that can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
Maybe some room here. He stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's 1st down.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs. The Razorbacks will snap it on 1st and 10. Sure hands, it's Hawkins. All the way down to the 25-yard line, they move the sticks, it's 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Smith.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
They'll keep it on the ground. Spins away from the defense. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17. And the Razorbacks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. The corners are walked up tight. Gives it on the option. Breaks into the open. He breaks a tackle. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. The Razorbacks pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. With the run on 1st and goal. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their 1st. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Power ahead. He will not get there as the defense stops him again. Timeout on the field. Missouri calls it 2nd. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. You can't afford to squander these opportunities once you get into the red zone. Twice they've been denied. Here's 3rd and goal. Pushes for the goal line. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down. Now the Tigers will take their final timeout of the half. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this fourth down. 4th and goal from the 4, and look at this. The offense still on the field. They'll go for it. Jackson will throw. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Arkansas. He got it back corner of the end zone.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
Yeah, I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball best. So, let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Got out of trouble and throws. Fires to the big fella. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Missouri wants to go fast.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
Big play. Takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. Throwing Simmons. Showing the arm strength down the left side. Got it down the field. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Tigers come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. From the red zone, it's Hardy. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On the ground with the counter. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. On 1st and goal, Missouri will try to strike pay dirt. Looking to throw at Simmons. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment.
You love that decision if you're the head coach. You're trying to throw it in the end zone. Nothing's there. Good job by the quarterback, tucking it and running and just getting what he can get.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. Touchdown, Tigers. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. His big game continues. 3 touchdowns in this one, and now 15 for the year.
You know, there are so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
And let's finish this half now. And now we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. We'll see how aggressive they are trying to put up points before the break. Motion from the wideout. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got his man on the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Back to throw, time running short in the half. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
You normally don't see this guy miss throws like that. That was a pretty short throw. He can normally make those in his sleep, but with the incompletion, we're now setting up 3rd down.
Pocket breaking down. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connor.
Guys, week 9, kind of a week where we separate the pretenders from the contenders here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with a look at Eastern Michigan, taking on the Michigan State Spartans. And it's the Eagles in one of those old-school fight-in-a-phone-booth games. Neither team has been able to break out offensively, but it feels like the one that does will come away today with a signature win. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. And now over to your game in Fayetteville. This running back is enjoying one very productive day. He's the bell cow for this team. They are not afraid to give him the ball, and he's a big reason why they're 2 quarters from a win. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
Missouri will kick it off to open this second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Before we kick off the second half, Holly Rowe, what do you have?
Coming out of the locker room at the half, the Arkansas head coach told me they are really thrilled with how their defense is playing so far. They knew coming in that they had a really tough opponent in the wide receiver on the other team, somebody who could change a game with one route. But their defense has been stout and solid. We'll see if they can continue to do that here as that wide receiver gets the ball here to start the second half. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Jackson gonna throw it. Looking down the middle. He's got it. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. And the Razorbacks in the hurry-up.
That's a really nice looking throw, and I'll tell you, he fits in great with this offense because there's been this philosophical shift recently in the SEC offensively. It used to be you had to run the football. I formation, 3 yards in a cloud of dust if you wanted to win. Today, though, you have got to be able to throw if you're going to win. You think about all the great offensive play callers now in the SEC, all the Heisman Trophy winners that have played recently at the QB position. You got to do it through the air, and this guy in Arkansas gives them a chance.
They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them, they're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating separation and beautiful throw out in front of the target.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. The run inside. It's Smith. They get him on the ground at the 33, but not before he picks up 6. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. He'll try to do it himself. Oh, the sweet juke gets him free. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. Run in the red zone. It's Smith. Nice move there. Touchdown, Razorbacks. A Lazarus-like comeback is underway. Lining up for the PAT.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line. Understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. So after watching their defense immediately give up a touchdown drive here in the 3rd quarter, they'll try to answer here. Here's Hardy to begin the drive. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not opening up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Escapes the pressure going right. They get to him, and boy, did this defense need that.
You spread me out, I'm going to speed you up. Nice job. They go empty. Nobody in the backfield to help the quarterback block. The linebacker comes right at the gut, gets to the quarterback, gets him on the ground.
Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons on 3rd. He fires one deep down the right side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. They kick it away on 4th down. Makes the signal, secures the fair catch, and they'll put it in play at the 37. The Razorbacks offense set to begin this drive. They took it down the field for a touchdown the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to take the lead in this football game.
So they got to be feeling good. They did their part, score, your defense does your part. Jesse, this offense, keep that momentum. I would say stay aggressive here.
And just keep doing what you were doing on that last drive, right? Well, whatever was working for you, just go back. Keep using those same playmakers to allow you to go down here and score a touchdown.
They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. They'll send the back in motion. Jackson will throw. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. The Razorbacks decide to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Not a lot of room to make this catch. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Here come the Missouri Tigers. The offense ready to go to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Running inside, it's Hardy. There he goes! Give him 96 yards on the ground so far in this one, and he is closing in on that 1,000-yard mark. And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. Wide receiver going in motion. Snags it, and there's running room. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down.
In these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and they just spread me out and make me defend so many things, and you can tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
Got him downfield. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. Simmons. Fires to the middle. He's got it. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
This offense can get a lot of yards, and it doesn't take a lot of plays. You've seen that here. They have speed, speed, and speed. It kills you. And if guys get a little bit of space, they just gobble up yards. They've had the defense completely on their heels, and now they're all the way backed up against their own goal line.
Austin Simmons firing again. Swings it out to the flat. He stopped just inches short. Had a good catch. Tried to get it in, but was denied. Second and goal for this offense. Simmons on play action. Skips away from pressure. Hauls it in. Touchdown Tigers. And they take it in for 6 more points. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very... On the other side, great job by the offense extending their lead.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Arkansas offense heads onto the field. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close, David.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now and you score so quickly, it's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being you, keep being aggressive.
Jackson gonna throw it. It's complete to the right. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way.
Great job by the defense here, forcing the fumble on the wide receiver. Look, understanding the ball came out quick. I got to break, get Hats to the football, secure the tackle, try to get that football out. Nice turnover, nice hustle by this defense.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Roberts. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, third quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
Here's Simmons to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Roberts. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. First down here for the offense. Austin Simmons, the play fake. He rifles one deep to the left. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You can tell.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. To have any chance in the world, this defense has to come up with a stop on 1st and goal. Throwing Simmons. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
A lot of times when you go back and you revisit these games, who takes advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal-to-go situations? Bad job on 1st down by this offense.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Austin Simmons wants to fire again. Back's got it, and he will take it in. Touchdown, Tigers! They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the 4th quarter.
And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends.
And the ball is loose and live in the backfield. Defense trying to take it back.
On back-to-back drives, this offense can't get out of their own way. They fumble again. Man, a lot of times you get fired when you fumble. This is another guy. Like, they're going to have to fire the whole team if they keep this pace going.
Great place to start for this offense. Simmons unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. And the punishment has been extended. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason.
And he loses the ball deep in his own end. Takes it in. Touchdown, Tigers. They push out that lead a bit and draw much closer to a win here in Week 9.
And this is why a lot of coaches don't kick the ball out of the end zone. They want them to return the football so something good can happen. So you can put a hat on a football, cause a fumble, make something happen, Palmer, and that's exactly what the kickoff unit does.
Man, I love kickoff coverage units, David. Pride in their jobs. These guys want to line up. They want to run down the field and hurt somebody. That was a huge game-changing play to not just create the turnover, but to score a touchdown.
And that ball is live in the backfield. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And the defense able to get pressure to the quarterback, and they've got everybody trying to swipe at the football, and the impact on the hit sometimes jars the ball loose. Great job with the pass rush, and then
makes the catch, and he's free. Touchdown, Tigers. much more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback. You saw it right there. He is dialed in. He's finding his one-on-one matchups. He's making good decisions, and he's been so accurate. Now, 4 TD passes in this one, and that's why his team is way up here late in the game.
Here he comes from inside his own 5, and the returner will be brought down. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. And after that last turnover, David, prime example, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
And it just puts you behind the 8 ball. I mean, this offense has to do something, put it together. You got a deficit, Palmer. You need some mojo. Something needs to go your way.
At this point of the game, they've got to score touchdowns every time they have possession.
6-yard pickup on first down, leaves them with 2nd and 4. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll run the counter. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
So important to convert these 3rd downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Jackson will throw. Gonna take a shot. Snags it at the 30 and still running. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+. And the Razorbacks are rolling down the field. Hands it off on the counter. They make the stop, give him 3 yards on the carry. Ball's at the 24. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Makes the catch. It's Russell. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The Razorbacks lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. In the red area, it's Russell. They just needed a few inches, and the defense knocked them down in the backfield. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. So now on comes the field goal unit. He'll line it up from the right side, a 37-yarder coming up. He splits the uprights. Let's not say they cut into the deficit with that field goal. Maybe just, tweaked a little bit of it away with their fingernail.
And I know a lot of people are scratching their heads why they try to kick that field goal. You're in the 4th quarter. You're down a boatload of points. A field goal isn't going to do it. If you want to win this game, you need touchdowns. I would anticipate for every possession they get from here on out, man, you've got to be way more aggressive.
They'll get this drive going from the 17. Caught, and he's got room. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and is going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Here's Simmons to throw. Using the quick game. At the 40, there he goes. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. He's at the 10. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
Arkansas, 24.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Jackson gonna throw it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Marshall. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. The run inside. It's Russell. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, I think the offense at this point now, they're just trying to limit the damage. They want to get out of here and move on, turn the page to the next game because things just have not been going their way, throwing or running the football.
Give to the running back. And they're able to make the tackle.
You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course, and when you win, is that sweet.
It's glorious. To be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media, it's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that every year you have a couple games start. This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business, and now you move on to the next.
They really did, and we saw some great individual efforts in this game by the winning team, too. So cool to see some of these players that have had terrific collegiate careers make some of the biggest plays of their lives in this game, in a rivalry game that just means so much. This was a fun one to call.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.